Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of hell. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at UBNradio.com.
It's time for my very first show. It's the Pandora Boxx Show. Yeah, boo, she sucks. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, wow, thank you, studio audience. That doesn't exist. Yes, it's the Pandora Boxx Show. I'm very excited. It's my very first show, and I suggest to people listening to have a shot of vodka or two, because like my mom always says, vodka makes everything better. There should be a sound effect there, like a Oh, did that come from your vagina, Samantha?
It's very aggressive.
So I have a co-host with me today, and it is.
It is. Oh, fantastic.
God, I'm sorry. I made my first mistake on live radio.
No, I think you're...
Okay, she's a comedian, she's an actress, she's a documentarian, and a supposed straight girl. It's Samantha Hale.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. That computer loves me.
It does.
Thank you for having me.
Is that your vagina blowing in the wind?
Yeah. No, girl, she's been closed up for years.
Sorry, I keep making vagina
I know. I've never had so many men reference my vagina ever since I started hanging out with the girls.
And never want to touch it.
Well, Jessica Wilde does and has.
Oh.
Somebody likes it.
Oh.
She's like, Mommy, I don't want to put myself inside of it. I just want to touch it. I'm like,
oh
okay.
No. Oh, it smells like berry acai.
I love this drink.
Oh. Well, I don't know about you, but I've got my Tuesday panties on, and I'm ready to have a good time today.
Wait, we were supposed to wear panties? I didn't get that memo.
No. You
Great.
don't have to. I mean, that's fine. Go pantyless. I'm not smelling anything.
We'll be selling my chair on eBay after the show for the two straight men who might be listening.
For -$5, you'll be able to buy.
Wow. Well, I just want to say that I think I proved that I am, in fact, straight, because Pandora texted me on the way over here. I was like, oh, do you want anything from Starbucks? I said, yeah, a sugar-free, non-fat latte. What lesbian would ever order that? Ever?
This is true, but a gay man would.
Oh.
Maybe you're just a gay man.
Yeah, in a genetic body.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I don't have to pad my ass with a couch to look good, so I'm cool.
Well, I don't either. So. So how are you today? How is your day going, Samantha Hale? Documentarian. Supposed straight girl.
I'm going to make a documentary on how just me fucking dudes just to be like, see, I told you. I'm inviting your mom. We're having vodka.
Sounds very Amy Schumer.
Right? I love her.
I do too.
Did you see Trainwreck?
Not yet.
You have to see it. It's so good. Here's the thing. So you know what it's about, right? So it's about a woman who gets drank. Yeah. She drinks. She has sex with guys. She's funny. Okay, cool. And the critics are calling it a progressive movie, which I think is so right. I think it's so interesting because
it's called My Life.
Yeah, but if it were about a dude who has sex with women and drinks and parties, it would just be called a movie.
Yeah. Well, Lady Gaga said that in an interview. She was saying that because they were asking her about her costumes and her being provocative. Mm-hmm. And she said, if I was a guy, you'd just be calling me a rock star right now instead of asking me these questions.
Right. It's amazing how tits will separate us.
Because it's all about the dick. About the dick.
All trouble?
I don't know. Wendy Ho has a great parody of it, but I don't know the words. So.
I love Wendy.
I do too.
She's
Hopefully
so
she'll come on this show.
First time I saw her, I was like, no, that's a girl. Like, that wig is really good, but that's a girl. What? And in fact, it was a girl.
Yeah, she calls herself.
I called her an it too.
See, we're calling people.
Women are now it.
We're going to be called transphobic if we're not careful about calling people it. So
no, it's just me.
It's just me too.
Specifically me. They refer to as it.
It's just
I'm a
mistake.
huge Pennywise fan.
Like I mean, today I took the morning after pill, but I think I misunderstood the assignment.
Oh.
I didn't. I just thought it was just like, hey, I'll feel better. It's the morning after I got drunk and passed out in the pool of my own vomit, and
right.
But I guess it's not for that.
I think the baby was probably like, you know what? No, I'm cool.
The
no
baby,
pill
the baby
needed,
was like,
Dad.
this is a butthole. I can't be born out of a butthole.
Some people have. Speaking of Donald Trump.
Speaking of buttholes, my goal today, because I always have a daily goal, and it has to be something really easy, like something you can definitely do. Like you can't say, oh, I'm going to go run a marathon. I mean, I guess people could do that. For me, it's got to be very easy, just so I feel good. And today it was to wake up and poop, and I did it.
Yay! Do we have a cheering? Do we have like some sort of a motivational? Yeah! Oh!
Yeah! Yep, that's.
Oh my God.
That's actually what I did. That noise came out of my asshole, and then I just went, "Yeah, daily goals accomplished."
That sounded like the shit demon from Dogma.
Well, there was that one priest that talks about that we have
How did
the
we
fart
go from
demons
shit
that
to priest?
that gays have fart demons in them.
What?
Yeah, it's a whole thing about how he said that the gays that they have fart demons in them, and that's what I mean. I've smelled some farts that I thought were demons, but they're really pushing for it.
Wow. Well, pushing.
Pushing.
Wordplay.
Yeah. And today's word of the day is twat waffle.
Ooh.
Not to be confused with blue waffle, but twat waffle. There's a new video out, a new YouTube video called Drag Queens Watch Straight Porn from Wow Presents. And it's really funny and actually really kind of gross. I knew I was gay because I had to watch 5 minutes of this guy jizzing all over a vagina that looked like the plant from Little Shop of Horrors, but not green.
Feed me, Seymour.
Like a flat is like, or like an alien. Like I thought another little head would come out and like grab the penis and rip it off. That's what I think vagina looks like.
That is, in fact, what they look like. Actually, I can't even argue with you on that.
Yeah, and so...
But they're beautiful. It's a flower.
Yes, it's a flower.
Celebrate your womanhood.
Yes, unless they look like bacon strips, then vaginal rejuvenation time.
Well, there's a market for it. So it's Los Angeles. You can rejuvenate anything here except for some people's careers.
Like mine. So I don't know how I found the comment, maybe because occasionally I look at them and I hate myself every time I do. But
occasionally, you mean when you go onto your computer and type in Pandora Boxx on Reddit?
Oh, God, no, I
and
don't. No, people send me those things and then I get mad and I don't know, because people are twat waffles, which is my point.
Word of the day.
And this girl, her only comment in the video was like, Pandora's hairy arms. And I'm like, okay, one, bitch, I don't have hairy arms. Even if I don't shave them, they're not really hairy. Those are called freckles. You are a twat waffle.
We should get like a point, like a ding ding for how many times you can say twat waffle in a sentence.
I know. Let's try and use twat waffle as much as we can today.
I think it's interesting that she's okay. So there are a bunch of beautiful men in beautiful dresses and drag and whatnot watching straight porn, and the only thing she's concerned about is your hairy arms.
I know. So weird.
Weird. Women?
Fuck her.
Twat waffle.
All right, so
you could. Twat waffle could be like a verb. You could fuck a twat with a waffle.
Not to be confused with blue waffle.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was until I started.
Don't Google it.
Going to drag shows. Oh, it was Googled for me on my phone. As if, what is the other one? Pink sleeping bag?
Ew.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I just want a drag queen to name herself Blue Waffle.
I volunteer.
And I want to
tribute.
introduce her.
I'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Blue Waffle.
Blue Ivy? No. Blue Waffle.
Blue Waffle.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
All right, guys. I'm liking this.
So, celebrity stalking. I want to do a regular segment called Celebrity Stalking, but I thought of maybe calling it Titty Tweaking Tuesdays. You're so excited that you're just like, oh my God, my titties are tweaking because they're so hot.
I'm tweaking.
And it was a toss-up because there's so many, but Channing Tatum is going to play Gambit in a new spin-off X-Men movie. Yeah.
Nerd alert.
But the thing is, he better do that Cajun accent.
Stripping Gambit?
No, he better do that Cajun accent because it's so like dirty. Like you're just going to have like dirty sex with him because I can't do a Cajun accent, but.
You can't. Well,
no, they're hard.
I never even. I would embarrass myself trying.
Yeah, it's slightly like you have. No, I don't even want to explain it because I don't want to offend anyone by saying. I'm like, no, I'll come back with a better Cajun joke.
Like
next
I was
week.
about to start, and it came out in my own head as Jamaican. Like in my head, it's wrong.
No, don't. It's almost would be almost as embarrassing. It was when I was in Manchester trying to do an English accent, being Bubble in the Snatch game, and it came out of my mouth, and I got a little flustered, and I was like, "Well, this sucks."
you just went into like butch American.
I was
sucks.
like, just get me off the stage right now. But speaking of drag queens and stage and all that, Alexander Skarsgård, who I'm in lust with because I'm binge watching True Blood. I've never seen it before, and he went to the premiere in San Francisco at the Castro for Diary of a Teenage Girl, and he went in full drag. Full, head to toe, and he might rival RuPaul as being the tallest drag queen now.
I don't know. Have you met Tempest du Jour?
She's pretty tall too, but I
tall.
think RuPaul might be taller.
Really?
But Alexander Skarsgård in heels. Maybe Ru and him are the same height. I don't know, but I want him on
my face.
Drag Race. Yeah. Well, no, I want him in my butt.
Can you be more specific?
I want to be in his butt.
Okay.
Hey, I get the
ding.
job done, whatever it takes.
Right.
But
he looks good. His arms were just
yeah, he looks gorgeous,
nice.
and I love that. I think he's straight, but like an actor that's
I'll
really
find out. I'll
well,
volunteer.
yeah, an actor that's that well known can show up to a premiere in full drag, and everybody's just like loving it. And it's amazing.
That's what I've become. I've noticed in the community. I have so many amazing drag queen friends, and I'm so grateful to hang out with you guys. But I've noticed that like anytime there's a hot security guard or like a token straight guy comes up, they're always like, "Take one for the team. Do it. Let us know how it is. We'll never know. Take pictures.
Quick, take that dick pic.
Like their voices drop. Like
tell us how thick it is."
Exactly. And I do it every time because I'm a friend.
Well, since we're talking about dicks,
yes,
we might as well talk about Lenny Kravitz's because apparently his pants split in Stockholm doing a show, and the noise I imagined it make was because he just bends down and all of a sudden you see that's the dick moving and
that's so good in the wind.
Well, that
like
sounds like
dicks in the wind.
That didn't sound. That sounded like it was going in somebody's mouth.
That sounds like Shakira singing.
Yeah.
Kermit with a dick in his mouth.
Well, Lenny Kravitz is back in, and I never doubted that.
Right.
I do him.
Oh, yeah. I have a musician fetish. I'm cool. I would go there too.
Well, who's tweaking your titties? Anybody?
You after the show is payment. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
That'd be the most awkward thing ever.
Come on, I'm just trying to get a radio station. I'm trying to listen to UBN radio on your tits.
No. I don't think anyone would even say this too, but my celebrity crush for whatever reason is Patrick Wilson. You know, from Insidious.
Oh, yeah.
And from, did you see the movie with Kate Winslet, Little Children? He fucked her on a washing machine, and it was the hottest thing I've ever seen.
Is it?
Well,
like
it was
a
straight sex. You don't want to say. No.
Or like a drama.
It was a drama. It was one of those.
I love Kate
movies.
Winslet, but sometimes I'm kind of like,
serious.
Her movies are real serious and full on lady.
Yeah.
But she was in Divergent. I liked her in that because she was.
Oh, that's true.
Bitchy and
she
cold.
was a bitch. Yeah.
I like seeing those nice girls go bitchy.
I've noticed, like, bitch. Well, we shouldn't say bitchy because it's strong women, right?
Yeah, I mean, I see my.
But bitchy is a compliment.
I think bitchy is a compliment.
Yeah.
I would like. Well, no, people do call me bitchy, but I know because I do feel it like it means confident, and I think when gay guys say it, like it does. Although sometimes I've heard. Some gay guys talk to women that aren't really in the gay scene, and they're like, "Oh, bitch, this bitch," and the woman's like.
Excuse me?
Because you don't really know that it's
right.
like it's a term of endearment in the gay world.
It is completely actually. Well, I guess I was just clarifying, but yeah, I've had to become fluent in the language. Like
it's there's a video. I don't know who. I think maybe BuzzFeed because I seem to do all the videos where it's like
so good.
all the things girl means. Like it's like girl.
Oh yeah.
There's like 20 of them. I've used. Every single one of them.
Girl.
All of them.
You know what the straight version of that is, though? It's dude. Dude.
So,
dude.
It is dude.
Dude. I'm from California. So, dude.
Bro.
Completely. You know what? I realized that I was fluent because I did a show at Foo Bar with Mike and Teddy, who are so funny. I think hopefully they're going to come on the show at some point, right?
Yeah.
I love them. They're so funny. And I did a set, and Lady Red and Johnny McGovern from Hey Quinn were there. Or Hey Queen, excuse me. They were there. And I went up after them, and the mic stand was like so tall because Lady Red is very tall. But she was wearing jeans and flats that day. I was like, what? You should be banished from the community. Jeans and a flats girl. And she's still so much taller than me. God forbid I ever try to wear a flat. Because I remember one time you saw me in flats. And you were like, oh, why the shoes though? Why? And I was like, well, you know what? I get red for filth constantly. And Mike was like, oh, I've never heard a straight girl say red for filth ever in my life. You are completely fluent.
Now, Lady Red also is a tall queen too.
She's
so
a tall lady.
There's a battle between who's the tallest. But I've reconsidered flats only because I did like 3 shows in a row and my back was killing me for like 2 days after. So I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe you have a little nice pair of flats to run around in and search for some dick.
Well, I think I said to you once, I was like, I actually have back problems. Like I have bulging discs in my back, and I can't wear flats. And one day you were like, listen, my own dick's in my ass. Put on a heel now.
That's really crude. I don't remember saying that.
Okay.
All right. So this segment we're gonna call What? And it's for things that make you go, what?
Like my last comment,
and
apparently.
it's and my friend Lindsay and I did that all over London. We just walked around going, what?
Oh, with the accent?
Yeah, well, she has an accent already.
What?
Well, I did too, but it's American. That's dumb. So I found this thing, and we were talking about the other day, called Go Girl, which is a feminine urination device that lets you go anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, here, let me just read it to you.
I'm going to go away from that device.
Simply put, Go Girl is the way to stand up to crowded, disgusting, distant, or non-existent bathrooms. It's a female urination device, sometimes called a FUD, that allows you to pee while standing up. It's neat, it's discreet, it's hygienic. That doesn't really rhyme. Hygienique.
It's French.
It's disposable medical grade silicone for only $9.99.
Oh, what a deal.
So you can pee once and just toss it. $10 a pee.
Oh my gosh.
Do you really need to stand up that bad? I mean, I can go anywhere. I'm going right now, actually.
But you're sitting. That's talent right there.
I'm tucked, so it's going in my butt.
And I'm the crude one. See. No, I just don't like. Maybe do women get that if they're camping or if there's not a bathroom available? See, my idea of camping is like a log cabin with hot water and electricity.
That's mine too. My idea of camping is Dollywood.
Yeah, right. Oh, that sounds like fun.
I know. We need to
live broadcast
from
Dollywood. Next time. Let's do it.
Yeah. We have some special guests that are coming on for our round table soapbox discussion where we get on our soapbox and I don't know. Have fun, poke fun. Well, one's kind of serious that I'm really mad about, but that's why I want to talk about it. But yeah, we have, he was on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and he was on Malibu Country, actor, singer, occasional prostitute. Jay Rodriguez is here. And one of my sisters, sister friends. Because we all love each other. But I actually really love her. She is a recording artist, occasional actress, full-time whore. Manila Luzon is here. They both probably just left. They're like, no, bye.
No, we're cool.
Bye, see ya.
We're out.
No, I love them, and I'm so glad that they're here for our very first show.
Yay.
So Manila Luzon has a new song out called Ice Cream. So we're going to take a listen to some ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ice cream.
What?
Manila, you know what it is, right? It's gonna be a hot summer. Yeah, now ready. Let's go!
Tell me which one of y'all wanna take me home. It's getting real hot, I'm drip dropping off my cone. Boys getting light, I'm surfing out the back of my truck. I got 31 flavors, tell me which one you wanna. Better get into my swirl. Oh, I ain't no picky girl. Better get into my swirl. You know I like sticky pearls. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. Surprise with vanilla, vanilla. Sprinkle it on top of me, sprinkle it on top of me, sprinkle it on top of me. You can do it properly. Give me all the toppings, whipping cream, top it with a cherry. Yummy. I said, yummy. Oh, I said, yummy. Yummy. Now which one of y'all gonna come eat me up? Come and put your tongue right in between my. What is this song about? I'm serving all day, better bring a big plastic cup. I got 30 more flavors, tell me which one you wanna. Better get into my swirl. Oh, I ain't no picky girl. Better get into my swirl. You know I like sticky pearls. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. Surprise with vanilla, vanilla. Sprinkle it on top of me, sprinkle it on top of me, sprinkle it on top of me. You can do it properly. Give me all the toppings, whipping cream, top it with a cherry. Yummy. I said, yummy. Oh, I said, yummy. Yummy.
Manila, I got you. You know Georgie Porgy loved pudding and pie. He used to kiss the girls and make them cry. And he loved to give vanilla off Manila's thighs. He said, hey. He went straight to buy. Ben and Jerry want that Manila flavor, like vanilla Haagen-Dazs mixed in Jaeger with popped cherries. That pink berry we savor. Be my girl, join me in that mindless behavior. We in here churning babies, horse and carriage bobbles, that Hermes baby. We searching for more dicks than Dick Tracy, like Caitlyn Jenner and Warren Beatty. I'm here to usher new era, but I got one confession. I wanna put it in your. How about we call it concessions? Got me rubbing cold stones in your body, you bet that. Licking creamsicles, fudgicles off of the girls.
Better get into my swirl. Oh, I ain't no picky girl. Better get into my swirl. You know I like sticky pearls. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. Surprise with vanilla, vanilla. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. You can do it properly. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream with the cherry. Yummy. I scream, you scream, we all scream. We all scream. I scream, you scream, we all scream. Manila.
Oh, Manila. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle on my tinkle. I love it. Manila, your new song, Ice Cream, available on iTunes.
Yeah, and wherever other fine MP3s are sold.
I love it.
Or you can download it illegally, which I will not like you for.
And the video is dirty and fun and lots
I thought it was playful.
boys. Yeah, no, it is.
Okay, it's dirty.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's honestly, like, when you have a song called Ice Cream, which is, kind of like a generic, topic. I just really wanted to make, like, an ice cream themed outfit. So I decided to write a song about ice cream. And then I thought, well, this would be a perfect excuse to get all my friends in West Hollywood to come in their underwear and for me to pour whipped cream on them. And so... yeah, oh my gosh.
How hard was that, by the way?
Oh, it was hard. It was really, really, really hard.
I guess my favorite part is where you spray the whipped cream and almost spray it in whoever that guy is, his crack. Like,
oh, yeah. No, we can't show that on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, you can't show that. That's for
yeah. I
X2.
mean, we should probably. I have probably some footage I can't show.
Yeah,
on
some
YouTube.
deleted scenes, maybe.
Yeah, but that's you'll have to see it in live in person at my next booking, wherever
That's
it is.
the B-side, frozen
Yeah.
yogurt.
And Jay, I was just
Yes.
I just realized that it's been 13 years since the debut of Queer Eye.
Has it been? Oh my god! No, 2007.
7.
No,
three.
3. So 13. Isn't that 12?
12. I can't do math.
12. Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy.
cool. That's
Does
I'm
air
so
have
old.
calories? I don't understand.
Yeah. This is
Oh my
we did
God.
July 14th. When we debuted 2003.
That's so crazy to me.
It is weird. Yeah.
that was an epic episode.
I know.
And it's kind of one of the
Epic
first
moment.
shows that was just unapologetically gay. Like, it's just
Which
like,
was fun.
we
The only
are
reason I
gay.
did it with the word queer was because it was going to be on Bravo, which no one watched at the time. So I thought I'd just get away with being on a show called Queer, and no one would know, and it was a little extra coin, and it really, honestly, was a little when we first started. So it's interesting now to see what the network's become, and
no one would know you were gay. Was that?
Well, well, actually, to be honest, I was an actor, and although I was out, you didn't walk into auditions, and people didn't automatically know. Now they do, you know,
which is cool.
Yeah, which is fine.
And I
well, you know, you automatically walk in, and then you open your mouth, and then it's.
And then like, no kidding.
The purse falls out.
That's literally I just did a role on Grace and Frankie, and it was originally written that way. And so I went in for my callbacks, and it was two hot straight guys, model looking, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get this because the role was written super hot, masculine, and he opens his mouth, purse falls out.
Oh my God.
I booked it, and they changed that part of it. They're like, we don't want that's not as funny anymore, and they rewrote it, but it was cool. But yeah, so that is the kind of thing that I do audition for these days.
Did you get to work with Jane Fonda?
No, but I got to meet her because I worked with Lily Tomlin on a sitcom called Malibu Country, and so I went on my wardrobe fitting day. She was like, "Come say hi," so I got to say hi, and I worked with the boys, with Sam and Martin Sheen.
So great.
I just made a puddle over here.
Yeah.
And actually, I owe Jay. Well, my gay life, because he introduced me to Lily Tomlin when I came to a taping of Malibu Country, and I thought I was gonna pass. I'm like, oh my God, it's. I was kind of cool.
Do you remember? I saw this sitcom called "Are You There, Chelsea?" It was like for a second,
completely.
and I played a straight man who moonlights as a drag queen, and becomes
that's
best.
common,
right? And so I needed drag queens, and it was like they're paying like a day rate, but it was decent. It was like $250 or something, and so I got a bunch of friends to come do it, and Pandora got picked to do a line. Gave her first co-star on a.
And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do a line. And all the other extras are freaking out, and I'm kind of like, what?
Because like you get more money.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm just excited I get a line, but I'll take more money too. And then all the contracts start coming in. All these people, I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell's happening?
Those are people that I've been at Central Casting every day for 30 years and never gotten the director to look at me, and you walk on. Of course.
She's like patting and tucking.
Sorry.
Well, we didn't witness the casting couch for that.
No.
That was during the lunch break.
It was a quick.
Her wig was all matted in the back.
It was a quick handy in the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, we'll write a line in there for you, Pandy.
There's something about Pandora.
Well, thank you guys for being on my first show ever.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And it's a little soapbox thing, and which is also a section on my website because I'm trying to be like RuPaul and just like cross promote everywhere. But it's just we're going to talk about topics and kind of like a round table discussion and make some jokes and make fun of people. And,
okay.
The first topic we're going to talk about is straight girls and gay guys. What's the deal? Like, what's happening? I mean, I like straight girls because I'm so team dick in the mouth, and so are they.
And because there's one right next to you.
Team dick in the mouth. That really spells it out, doesn't it?
Yeah. See, I like straight girls because they are the missing link between me and their straight guy friends.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
I brought a straight guy, a very cute friend of mine, to Mickey's one day. It was pandemonium. Oh my gosh! It was, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah.
It's like when you see like those piranhas in the Amazon River, like
completely.
It's so is
devouring like a piece of meat. Yeah.
You have to get the mop out because it's all drool on the floor.
Completely.
But it could go either way in nightlife because you can have your friend's straight girlfriend who does not go out a lot. In general, now she's been overserved because it's West Hollywood, and suddenly she wants to touch and grab everything. And why are you guys so hot?
Oh my God!
And then you have that girl to deal with. So,
I like those girls.
Yeah,
too.
they're the ones who are the party crowd.
Yeah, the ones that get up on stage while you're performing and they think they're trying to do a striptease.
They go home with the go-go boy.
Oh, completely.
The princess from Drag Race. There's a video of her because a girl did that and she tried to get her off and then she kept dancing. The princess grabs her ponytail and yanks her off, drags her off the stage.
Oh my
Classic.
God.
But then the girl still gets back up there and they have to have security get her off.
Of course. See, those are the bachelorette parties.
Oh,
Yeah.
How much queens love bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
Gross.
Well,
Getting married. I'm drunk. Well, sorry.
yeah.
That's your mistake.
No, bachelorette parties are the best. That's
Especially
like,
Hamburger
'cause
Mary's,
they get
there's
really
some big
excited.
ones.
They're so excited.
It's
to
a good
be
crowd,
there.
yeah.
Well, there's it's one or two ways. Either they're excited to be there and they're fun, or they're so drunk and they're obnoxious.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. That was like 20 minutes ago. They were so excited to be there.
Right, exactly.
And then the drag queen kept doing her show where she was giving them blowjob shots. The next thing they know, they're complaining, why were that straight girl like drunk on my stage? Well, that's
or there's the one like I did at Hamburger Mary's where one of the girls ate something she was allergic to, and the ambulance comes and gets her in the middle of the show while Jules from Hamburger Mary's is performing. There's an ambulance right outside the window because you perform right by there.
I was there for that classic show.
And then she's like, I'm going to have you wait a minute because I don't want you to have to do, because it's kind of awkward, they're just watching the girl get taken away.
Oh, I just thought it was just for extra lighting effects.
Yeah.
Actually, there was this one bachelorette party not too long ago at a show that Angina was on, and they were actually super cool. They were tipping, having a great time, and one of the girls was like, do they do lap dances? Do you think maybe we could get the bride a lap dance? And I went to the dressing room. I was like, oh my God, you guys, they totally want a lap dance. I was kidding. And Angina was like, me, I'll do it.
Brilliant.
I'll do it. I turned into a pimp that night. I made her an extra $100. She
Brilliant.
gave me 10%. It was fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually got hired to be, I don't really know what they really hired us to be, but it was in Rochester, New York, and we were hired to do a bachelor party. Where it was like in this downstairs like theater, but they had also hired real strippers too.
Oh.
So intermittent, it would be strippers and then a drag number, then strippers and a drag number. And some of the guys had no clue, because that was back in the day where it was a little light dusting of paint, and because you wanted to give a blowjob later in the night. So we're doing
You were a
it.
young twink, just put on a
Young.
little mascara and a lip gloss.
So,
and just,
I'm so pretty and ready to do a show. I'm gonna look like a Britney. And then so one of the guys was like, I don't get it, because some of these strippers take their clothes off and some don't. And then I see like other of my friends all grinding up, and those one the trampiest one of all of us was like, girl, go over there. Like if you rub up against him, he'll give you a 20. And I just got a 50. I'm like, oh wow, a 50. And I kind of went to do it. I was like, I can't. This is just too much for me right now. I'm like, this is the most bizarre.
I'm having
show I've
drag
ever been a
anxiety
part of.
because I'm hosting at Here Bar on Friday for Night of 1,000 Chanels. This girl named Chanel is sort of a socialite in West Hollywood, really cool girl, does PR. But long story short, the theme of the night is everyone's going to come dressed as some kind of Chanel during the years, and she does kind of give a nice. She kind of does dress a little draggy or pop.
Yeah, she's friends with a whole bunch of gay people and
Yeah.
drag
She
queens.
has
So
to.
Yeah,
She
so she does. And she works in nightlife for the.
We call her the queen collector.
Right. So I'm having anxiety about like clocking a good look that would, mimic her.
I want to go dress as Punky Brewster, because I literally thought that's who she was when she worked on RuPaul's Drag
Oh,
U.
yeah.
I was like,
God.
oh my God, who is Punky Brewster right here? She's so cute. Go get me a coffee.
Oh, so she did work on the
Yeah,
race.
I met her on Drag Race.
That's so funny.
She's blossomed into the creature she is.
And do I do her before boobs or after boobs? I think
Oh my God.
after.
Well, yeah, you'd have
they
to
got
after.
huge.
Otherwise, you'd have to strap those down.
I know.
You'd have to invert them.
Right.
For those pecs, honey.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so the next topic, let's move on to this. It makes me sad, but Cecil the lion, that's been in a lot of the news before, and like I kind of want to be like Jane Fonda, which ties into Jane Fonda. I want to be like Jane Fonda in 9 to 5. Like I want to dress in that safari gear, and I want to I want to hunt him down.
Right. You and the
Right.
rest of the country.
See,
Yeah.
if the damn lion didn't have a name, this would be no news at all.
Yeah.
But someone would name the damn lion, right?
Yes.
Well,
And-
yeah, he was part of a study.
And it happens.
Oh, really?
I think
Yeah,
it does
right.
happen more than there are people saying that people do go pay a certain amount of money, and these people who are, there collecting the money will find and secure an animal for them to poach and kill and whatever. And so this practice is underway for a lot of rich people. It's considered sport, and it's legal as long as it's not on the preserve. The way they got around it was dragging the lion out of the secure area. And then I guess the part that people are struggling with is they didn't just humanely kill it one shot. They killed it, got him injured with an arrow, and then spent hours and
Right.
hours and hours
40
hunting him.
hours.
Yeah.
A bow and arrow. I
Yeah.
mean,
And I think the other thing people are really riled up about is, okay, wow, this is an animal, and what about all the brutality against human beings this year? And so people are getting rowdy about that. I mean, I kind of see both sides of it, but to me, I feel like I want to know if he truly didn't know what he was doing in
No,
terms
he
of illegal.
totally knew what he did.
That's-
Because
yeah.
that
The
guy,
bear thing
what's
too,
his
right?
name again? What's his name again?
The dentist.
The asshole dentist that killed
Yeah.
Cecil the
Dr.
lion.
Walter J. Palmer.
Doctor.
Okay, that's too much for me to remember. The guy,
He should be
the
forgotten.
lion killer. Okay,
He's basically he's like Scar, but not as lovable.
I mean, but he's like hunted. He's done other hunts too, because there's pictures of him with a dead cheetah, with an elephant, with like
He even illegally hunted a bear here in the U.S.
he got in trouble for that,
For
too.
that, he
Yeah.
got in trouble. So just a series of bad choices. Because I mean, people hunt for food. I know people hunt deer on the deer season where they're overpopulated and they eat the meat. And so that I'm kind of like almost more I can understand. But this seemed like just
Yeah, I mean,
Crazy.
seriously, this guy, obviously, it's expensive to go on these like safaris, right? And he's spending all his time like drilling in people's teeth, saving up for his yearly trip to go kill some big ass animal that is basically just like put into a field for him to like look at.
Yeah, they
and
put a
then shoot.
spotlight on him.
Yeah.
I mean, they put a spotlight on the lion as he was shooting it with an arrow, so we
Yeah,
could
to,
see
like,
it.
Yeah, and to
You
blind.
kidding me?
Well, there is a lot of that hunting going on, and the money goes to wildlife preserves in Africa, which is kind of like
wait, what?
that's where like they pay that money, and then the money goes to pay for the preserves, like to keep them going in Africa.
That's an
seems-
interesting twist of events.
Isn't it?
It
though?
is, so it's kind of like.
Well, I guess $50,000 would probably spent like isn't that how much?
But why can't he
50,000,
just donate to that? Why did you need to
because
kill a
then you don't
lion?
get to come back with
I
a
don't
dead
know.
animal.
I mean,
With a head.
$50,000. Do you know how many wigs you could buy for kids in Africa?
We were just talking.
Or like, I mean, I could get a
you could
month's
buy
supply
one wig
of
made out of a
vodka.
lion mane, though.
Oh, Manila
Okay,
for the
too
win.
soon, too soon, too soon.
Yeah.
Manila for the win.
I'm more of a dog person anyway.
Well, there's also this woman, Sabrina Cortacatelli or whatever.
Is that the giraffe lady?
That is the giraffe
Oh.
lady who posts a picture of a giraffe and says, she's like, my emotions after getting him was a feeling I will never forget. And I'm like, isn't that what Jeffrey Dahmer said too?
I mean, a giraffe though.
At least Jeffrey Dahmer ate the kill.
Yeah. I really don't say this about many people, but I really want to punch her in the cunt.
I don't understand why you would kill a giraffe.
You know, when
though.
she's making like it's
a
some big
non-threatening-
like, oh yeah, it's such a prize. I'm like,
I know
it's a
they're
giraffe.
so big and they're
like a horse.
Yeah, have you ever seen a
dangerous.
giraffe head above a fireplace? Not
No.
really.
I've
Manila
actually
has.
seen a taxidermied giraffe head.
Have you really?
Yeah, it just sits on the floor and it's like 9 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Delta Airlines just joined the airline ban because a lot of the airlines are banning shipping these dead animals, and Delta was like a big holdout. So because they have a flight that goes from South Africa to the United States direct, so they enforced the ban too. So.
Interesting.
Well,
But I
Yeah.
guess we have to still donate money to these reserves because they're important. Maybe we can hunt drag queens.
with your dick.
I have to say though, why there hasn't been sort of a road rules real world drag. I get so angry at Logo/World of Wonder for creating these mega stars and then being like, all right, yeah, we're going to give you cute little stuff on wow.com or worldofwonder.com. I feel like there needs to be another show that showcases you guys. And I think it should be something that's like, where it's like challenges and stuff. Again, like team. And he's like, no.
I did that. I already did that, and it hurts your feet.
Oh, well.
And it's painful
You'll
and it's
forget it.
hot.
It was really painful. For
How about
me.
a scripted series? Something.
Yeah,
about-
skeleton script. where
What
I
about
just,
like Battle
come
of the
in
Network
line.
Stars? I mean, that's just you just go
Something.
in sneakers and you do
Like
you know,
drag,
those stupid events they used to have on
Exactly.
there. I used to love that show. Battle of the Network
Dancing with the
Stars.
drag stars.
No, because I don't like dancing.
Oh shit.
Fucking with the drag star.
There you go.
I'll watch that. I'll watch that.
By the way, isn't it odd? How long have you lived in LA now?
It's good, like 2.5 years.
How
now.
long have you been here?
4.
How isn't it bizarre? Maybe this is just me, but living here, how many porn stars you know personally?
Oh, gosh.
now I
So
didn't even think
many.
about it.
I
'Cause
realized I
working in
can't even.
nightlife.
I can't even look at my Twitter in airports anymore. I'm like, oh, dick, ass. Oh,
It's sort of by accident. You meet people, you're like, oh, what do you do? Oh,
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, cool. And now I'm like, God, I know a lot of porn stars.
I live in Canoga Park. Just want to put that out there.
Oh,
I
that's-
don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
That's where
That's
they
the
shoot it.
capital.
Yeah.
Chatsworth, Canoga Park.
What?
My first restaurant job was a TGI Fridays.
Will
Do
you
you know how
invite me
many
over-
of them I met?
Oh,
Will you invite me over for dinner?
Of course.
Come to your neighborhood.
Of course. I did a show with Sophie D recently, who's a mega porn star. and she was so nervous. She was like crying at the thought of doing stand up, like 6-way anal gangbang, no problem. But stand up comedy, like holy shit, she was in tears. And do you know what her closer was? She got up. Her closer was she took her shirt off to reveal the most beautiful breasts I've ever seen in my life. And I had to follow that. Do you know what my closer was? I went the fuck home. No, I can't do that with my B cups. Like,
Didn't show your butthole or something.
Yeah, how do you top
No.
that? Really?
You can't. I mean, you
Well,
can't.
you just have to like mount it properly.
I guess if I was in drag, I would have just taken them out. I'd be like, here you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I wish I could do that.
You could just put a little something in there.
Yeah.
Or a big something.
Right.
Yeah.
She's implying that even a little something would be better than what I have.
Oh my god.
You have lovely breasticles.
Thank you.
Whip them out. Let's see them.
Woo!
Let's see them.
But all of yours are better.
I don't know. Coming back to gay guys
Oh my
and
God,
straight
yeah.
girls, I just want to say, for the record, I love boobies.
Oh, yeah. It's the
Boobies are the
boobies.
best.
are
I think
the
all
best.
gay men like boobies.
Yeah, they're like little pillows.
I just want to
right?
go wah, 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 and then
Sometimes
that's
they look
Right.
like sometimes in a bra they can look like really a hot bubble butt. Don't you
it.
think?
It's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes in a
I think that's why the human species developed breasts, so that men would look women in the front, in the face when making love to them, as opposed to doing a doggy style, because they just like the look of an ass.
there's might be something to
That's
that.
thoughtful, yeah.
Yeah, so like just put the ass in the front. That way you can have more of like a face-to-face
right.
confrontation there. You know.
Sure you love me?
Well, as for me as a drag queen, because I can put boobs anywhere, I just put boobs everywhere. Like I got them on my shoulders, I got them on my back, I got them
Smart
on my
lady.
ass.
I like a good shoulder boob.
Yeah,
Right.
Good on the back of my knees, honey.
I like one. I like
Oh
one on my
my
forehead, one of those like silicone ones with the nipples. You're
Yes,
just like,
of
hey,
course.
hey guys. I would be terrible if I was trans or if I was a real woman with boobs, because they would just be out all the
All the
time.
time.
I would just
Right,
walk
of
around and be
course.
like, hey everybody.
I think yeah. Well, because you paid for them. You want to show them off.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
True.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh, you're all
exactly.
looking at me like, is this
this true?
accurate?
Yeah.
Is this
Well,
true?
I don't
Is
know.
this okay?
I mean,
Well, I think you're a woman, right?
How are you about your boobs being exposed? Like, is it a huge deal if someone was like, hey, there's this great comedic part, but at one scene you got to show your boobs? Would that be a real deal breaker?
I mean, if there's a line involved,
Yeah,
sure.
there's a line,
I mean,
she's just gonna
Is
be the
it-
extra giving a blowjob in the background and Spartacus.
I mean,
you know,
do I get a co-star for it? Or, I mean, shit.
But you're kind of okay with it.
recurring role?
You know what? Boobs are boobs. Why are they bad? Why are we not allowed to show them?
They're not bad.
Well, Kristen
They're not
Wiig is
bad at
getting
all.
full frontal naked in her latest movie.
Is she?
Yeah, she's doing it, but it's like a serious role. But she felt like it was appropriate for the script.
That's what women need to do to be taken serious as an actress in
naked.
Hollywood is get naked.
Here-
For her art. It's for her art.
Here's my bush.
Halle
Here's
Berry.
yeah.
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I would like to win an Oscar. Here's my bush.
I'm
Here's
gonna
my
get
list.
boobs just so I can get an Oscar. How about that?
Right?
It's all those
Yeah.
straight men that vote on the Oscars.
Yeah.
They vote on the Oscars, right?
And there's a reason why Meryl
Oh,
Streep
Golden
wins a lot
Globes
of
is the
them.
one where it's this mysterious like foreign press or whatever. And
Oh,
they're just
right.
like,
That's right next to the
Hollywood.
Louboutin store on Robertson.
those are the ones you come in and you're like, hi, here's my I like a Golden Globe.
The Hollywood foreign.
My
yeah.
name's Madonna. No, she deserved it.
Ooh.
She won for Evita. I know I love Madonna. And speaking of Madonna, no segue, but let's talk. You know who supports Cecil the Lion and all the killing? Donald Trump,
Of
because
course.
his sons do these
Junior,
wildlife
yeah.
killings too.
Wait, is like Donald Trump just like doing? Is this like some kind of like suicide that he's doing? Like he's just like, what do people hate now?
Right.
Like, what can I talk about?
You
I
know
don't
what?
know.
Let me tell you, if you are right, and there's some weird, odd, huge conspiracy that he is doing, really using his skill as a reality show producer to dupe America into whatever,
Yeah.
he's winning. Because there's something so crazy about what he's saying. And then if you see the focus groups that I think CNN did, where it's all Donald Trump supporters in a focus group,
Oh my God,
where
I
they're
saw
being
that.
asked questions about this. Granted, yes, they're all middle American, white, who are commenting, responding to the comments about that he made about Mexicans and such. It is shocking, and you're like, what's happening?
Yeah, I think they had a combined IQ of 80. And one woman
very
was
bizarre.
asked, like, use one word to describe a presidency of Donald Trump. And she says, classy.
Yeah.
Well, he does have all that like pretty gold architecture and stuff. I mean, that's kind of classy.
Well, that's why they like
He's in the high-end area of Macy's.
Yeah, they said they liked him because he has money, and they're like, I'd like money someday.
I would be so
Oh my
freaked
God.
out just seeing how easily riled up he is about him being in charge of our war rooms and such, and like he'd be like, nuke him.
Blow it
I
up.
feel like it'd be,
Yeah.
be a little like that. I mean, I'm sure he has some checks and balances as president, but good lord,
I mean, he
Well,
gets in
I-
Twitter fights with Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, can you imagine him, like,
Yes.
getting, like
he says things
foreign-
like, "Oh, they're
with
losers."
foreign like
you know, and
embassies and stuff. I mean,
That's a good point.
Well, somebody did write today. I read in some blog post that that they thought that maybe he is doing that. Like he is spending all his money that he has to, even though he's declared bankruptcy 3 times and who knows how much he has. But he's spending all this money to get people to notice the Republican Party, and then it's going to back out at the last minute and support the next candidate that's in line.
I don't know, but is the damage that he's doing, can they recover from that?
I'm just like, you have billions of dollars and you can't get a good hairpiece, so how can you run a country?
By the way, did anyone catch The View this morning?
No.
Oh,
The Kelly Osbourne thing?
yes.
Okay, unfortunately, she had a little slip up this morning on The View. She was guest co-hosting, and she was responding seemingly from a place of not supporting Trump. But in the process, what she ended up saying, what in response to his comments about Mexicans, was, well, if you do that, I'm paraphrasing, then, who's going to clean your toilets? Now, I think what she meant was there are undocumented workers that have been known to be on his payroll, and I think she was implying that perhaps there would have been people that work in hospitality or whatever. And it's really blowing up on social media, and she backtracked because she was cut off by Rosie appropriately, and Rosie Perez, that is, who came and chimed in, and she said, I didn't get it all out, but it did kind of sound like to the viewer, you just said that that Mexicans do your housework, and that's what they're good for. It was that kind of tone.
Yeah.
She's getting a lot of heat.
Yeah, no, I saw all of it.
but there are other races and nationalities of legal workers who also clean toilets.
Yeah.
I mean, I clean my toilet.
I had to clean toilets on Queer Eye.
There's nothing wrong with cleaning toilets.
How do you think I got this job?
You gotta start somewhere.
Every time I do a lot of housework, I'm like, wow, this is really tough.
It is interesting, though, depending where you are, the service crew for wherever the hospitality crew can be very different ethnicity-wise. Like in San Francisco, it's very Asian, and versus here, it tends to be Mexican. But where I'm from, New York, it tends to be more like Latino or African American, but like Latino from the Caribbean, like Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican, where I am. So it's very interesting to see, depending on where you are, what the immigration is closer to. For us, we don't have a huge Mexican population in New York City. It's big, but the Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominicans, we dominate there. Here, when I moved here, everyone's like, "You're Mexican, right?" And I was like, "Not at all, but I enjoy their food."
Well, then it depends on what kind of hotel you're staying at, whether you get a housekeeping or a bang my housekeeping, time to get out.
I do. That's one of the. I do love doing that to friends though who are running late. Housekeeping. I love doing that.
Oh, that's
Oh my gosh.
what traveling so much. That is the number one thing I hate to hear. I'm like, oh god, I gotta get up.
Usually it's my
morning.
fault when I drunkenly forget to turn on the do not disturb.
Yeah.
And then they come knocking at 9:30, and that's just when the hangover's just starting to bloom. Yeah.
Oh, I do that pre-drinking every time. I glue it to the door just in case.
I was staying at a hotel and there wasn't one, so I was a little tipsy. So I hand wrote a note that was all. I mean, it looked like a serial killer wrote it.
Oh my God,
And
yeah.
I said, "Please don't disturb." I lost the sign of the jar, and I taped it with the duct tape to the window of the door. And then I opened the door the next day, and they had replaced it with a do not disturb sign.
Oh my God.
She's a classy dame.
She sure
Pandora
is.
Boxx.
Well, wherever you are, I mean, I feel like, there's always going to be like a working class and like any like civilization. You know what I mean? And we've before like there were like slaves building like pyramids and stuff like that. So I
Right.
mean, we're working up, and as like society changes and how we view each other and rights and whatever, I think we just need to adapt to the working class.
Yeah, and I think that's a great barometer. Just being single, if going out with a guy, how he treats people in any level of service.
Oh,
Like from a
absolutely.
waiter to when you're checking into a hotel to the people who work the maid service in the hotel. It's really, if I sense that you're thinking you're better than them, like I'm completely turned off. Like, because I have family members that work in hospitality, and it's a good sign to me of someone's character, how they treat people who are working really hard to make sure you're comfortable.
I think that everybody should have to work in hospitality and service industry for at least a week, just so you know.
Depending on where you are.
I know, yeah. Work at a McDonald's for a day and see what those people go through, or just work anywhere and see how people treat them.
My first job that was not an entertainment based. My friends own a clothing store in WeHo, and I was like, "Oh, I'll work for you guys for the holiday." I was between guest star roles, and I was like, "Yeah, who cares?" Super fun. Got like all my clothes half off, which is where all my paycheck went. And I told someone that I came home from work one day traumatized, and I told my best friend, I was like, "You've not lived until someone has thrown a T-shirt in your face and said, 'Get me this in a small.'" I was like, "You really haven't lived." I realized I was so in that moment. I was like, that just happened, and I have to be nice to this person. Like, I was like, wow. It just, I couldn't believe that people treated people that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it gets worse. Imagine working at a Blockbuster Video and having a woman throw a temper tantrum because there was only one copy of Beaches in the store and running out screaming, "I hate Blockbuster!"
I mean, that was warranted.
that. Why were you working at a store, Pandora, that only had one copy of Beaches in the first place?
I didn't even know. I
come on,
I didn't know until that point.
That's just
your card's been revoked.
First of all, do you remember Blockbuster?
Yeah, I do.
Are they just gone fully? There's no.
Should we have a moment of silence?
I don't know. They were online,
They're
but
gone,
I did work
dang.
at Blockbuster for several years, and it was a fun. Well, we used to just sit there and talk about people when they left, because people would really legit get upset when you said, "Oh, you didn't rewind. I'm charging you 50 cents," like on a VHS. Or when it was late fees, they were just bitching about it. I'm like, no, that was late, and it's so crazy how they just get insane. And I'm just like, my life's pretty good because I'm not getting that mad over a movie rental.
Yeah.
A movie rental. Like, what's going on in your life?
I dated a guy who, even though we were a couple, he had to this rental again before online was very popular. He just enjoyed renting adult movies. So he was always late,
as does everyone else.
Right.
Well, no,
but the physical hard
physical
copy, and then he would be like, "I'm running late. Can you return them?" And it was at our little neighborhood, like in middle of Times Square, like rental place for like proper movies. So the guy knows me. He's like, "Hey, what's up, Jay?" And I'm like, "Hey," like you're holding a stack of like DVDs and VHS of like Falcon. You're like one at a time in this stupid little slit. So embarrassing.
I hate stupid slits.
Yeah.
Samantha, what do you think?
I was waiting for that. Oh my God. Waiting for that. Oh God. I worked when I was 16, my first job ever was warehouse music. And we had a porn section. It was very like saloon door style, like in the back. You'd see these older guys come up, and my favorite thing was to look at the look on their face when they realized they had to check out with a 16-year-old girl at the front to get their porn.
And it was
so
called
good.
like Slamming Granny in the Fanny.
Oh, completely.
Slamming Granny.
Oh wow.
That's actually
Slamming
a real
Granny.
porn thing, because for whatever reason at Blockbuster we would get sent those porn lists, and when we're bored we would be reading them, and one of them, because it's how can you forget that one?
Yeah.
It's called Slamming Granny in the Fanny.
Okay, how many people are going to go home and Google that?
I'm sure it's at part 20.
But you know what? I mean, I think the older generation is like, that builds character to like have to walk into like a Blockbuster,
Right.
go into the back room, look around with other guys like in there to pick up your dirty thing, and then go and check it out
And
while
you
there's
can't
families
talk.
jumping up and
You can't be like, "Hey, dude, have you seen Picnics with Pansies?"
and you can't ask like, did someone return Granny
Granny slamming?
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Dicks.
Yeah, like when is that being returned?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Porn names are the funniest, especially when they riff on other movies. It's
Oh,
just
it's
really,
the best.
really, really funny.
Like I just saw on Facebook, because that's where I see all my news, including of Trump and Cecil the Lion, and this actual show as well.
You're like, oh wait, I'm on that.
I saw a gay porn parody of the Jurassic World movie.
I saw that too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But it's just guys in like dinosaur like.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's a porn. porn. What do you think they have? Like CGI,
That
like
would be kind of
raptors with
amazing.
dicks?
Yeah, they're fucking because they might die at any moment. Oh,
And then at the end, they rip his asshole apart. Rip his arm off.
Oh, come on, Delta.
Rip his arm off and stump fuck him.
What did you stump? Fuck him. What did you?
Stump
I love that Manila in the
Oh my
lobby
God.
was like, "Can we curse on this?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
Wonderful.
first question.
Yeah.
Is this clean?
Yeah.
Have to be clean.
So since we're talking about dicks, did you guys see the Lenny Kravitz like gifts and all that? Yeah.
What?
No, I heard that his
Lenny-
pants split,
Someone
right?
took
His
off.
dick comes
Split.
out.
He bends down and his leather pants split, and his
God,
dick
yeah.
comes out. And there's a gift that just goes.
It must be huge, right?
Well, I mean, it's soft, but yeah, like it doesn't go beep. It goes.
Well, Lenny Kravitz is like don't get me wrong. He's not the tallest guy, right? But he looks
No.
it in pictures, right?
Yeah.
So
Acts like he has a big dick.
Yeah, you would think his
Yeah.
dick
Does
was-
carry himself like he's packing
Packing.
something.
I know. I'm
It
kind
was.
of.
I was like, whoa,
yeah. I mean, he's Lenny Kravitz.
because I'm sure that gets.
Oh, yeah, for
bigger.
sure,
Even
yeah.
if it didn't get bigger, it's fine.
Right, but
It's
I'm
good.
surprised it was soft when it came out. I thought he would give himself an erection listening to his own music. Like,
Yeah,
that's just,
I mean,
yeah, I get
well,
that.
why wasn't he wearing underwear? Because he's Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah,
He doesn't
guess.
have to.
I
Lenny
guess.
Kravitz.
He might wear underwear now.
Yeah, he might have to now.
I
He has it strapped down now.
want to see this GIF now.
Jay, are you looking?
I'm pulling it up right now.
I think it's all over everywhere. His dick is everywhere right now.
Gonna be all over my
Really?
laptop later. That's for sure.
It's gonna. I might say that I did watch the GIF maybe for like 15 minutes.
That's it.
Well, if it's on
well, it's like only
repeat-
like 6 seconds. So I was like, oh,
That's a long time.
Yeah, well, if it's on repeat,
Yeah.
there comes to a point where you're like, oh, I want to see it again, and then it becomes like comical.
And then I'm like, let me
Yeah.
freeze it right there. Let me get an estimate.
Okay, that didn't. No, but you're going to that, to pause it, take a screen grab.
Oh,
Well, I was trying to. I actually was looking at him like I was making sure, and then I had to Google it, and make sure it really did happen because I didn't want it to
Make
be
sure it
like
wasn't, like, on
like
The
a
Onion.
fake. You know when they do those
Yeah.
fake porn of like they put like Harry Potter's head on like somebody that's obviously not him, and where there's a whole thing where they
black.
Photoshop. Yeah, they Photoshop celebrities' heads on like porn bodies and,
Right.
and pass them off as themselves.
right.
I mean, I might have
I
been
do that to
looking-
all my. I do that to all my not safe for work images. Just paste my head. Manila in full makeup.
I'm gonna start doing it on women's bodies.
on women's
and just
bodies for
me
sure.
in
Oh,
drag
yeah.
and-
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
or a giraffe.
Yeah,
No. Don't worry. You might get shot.
They're all on YouTube. I gotta find the dirty one because these are all on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on Twitter too. Delta Work tweeted it. I saw
Oh,
it
of
from
course
her.
she did.
Oh,
I love
great, that'll be
Delta.
easy. She's such a classy dame.
She
that one.
is.
She is.
She cracks me up. I look forward to her posts on Facebook every day.
Oh, completely.
Because I'm like, oh, I'm having a rough day. Let me read Delta's post. Oh no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Delta-
She's
Delta
bitching about
does-
the coffee on the lids, and she hates when the
Oh yeah.
Oh,
stuff gets
when
on the
Diet
lid.
Coke comes out on the lid. Yeah.
struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
Hey, I still see it as I'm getting more. Like when my soda spills onto the top of my lid
Yeah.
at McDonald's,
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like I'm getting a bonus, like a bonus sip.
Yeah,
So I don't know what her problem is.
Well, you might
so-
even be giving like an STD or something from the person that touched the lid and then like rubbed
Oh.
it and stuck it on there, and then you're like, I'm getting some.
Oh, there's much worse ways of getting an STD.
But I'm sure this
Or much better.
The soda.
Yeah,
Depending
sure.
how you look at it.
I was gonna say the soda.
I am
Oh,
trying
the
so
Soda.
hard
Well,
to
the
see this.
soda.
Oh God, careful.
Soda.
I've been so quiet trying to find this thing and it won't. It's just a still and I don't see. Oh,
Wait, I haven't even
still
seen
of
the
his
still,
dick
though.
hanging
Jay
out.
Rodriguez is on a dick hunt right now, ladies and
so
gentlemen.
over
Lenny
this.
Kravitz is. I mean, it's
Right?
like-
A Lenny Kravitz dick hunt.
I'll watch
Yeah.
it later in private.
Okay.
okay.
Did you see Alexander Skarsgård in drag? Have you seen that?
Why was he in drag? It was like
He went to the
red
premiere and his reasoning
Premiere of
was
he looked.
Diary of a Teenage Girl that they shot in San Francisco, and Peaches Christ is in it, and
Oh.
they shot it
doesn't look half bad.
because they shot it there. So he said, well, if you're in the Castro, you might as well.
It's very Hedwig meets Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, that's
But
good.
super tall.
That's
Yeah.
totally
So somebody was
it.
like, is he putting in his bid to play Hedwig? And
Oh, actually, yeah.
maybe.
There, by the way, well, Tay Diggs is doing it right now, which
Yeah.
Well,
That was
if
really
just
fun.
putting a wig on,
Right.
it puts your name in on the list to get to play Hedwig,
Yeah.
then bitch, I'm putting wigs on my goddamn head all.
I know. I sat,
Bitch, better make her Hedwig.
I sat next to Tay Diggs on a plane to San Francisco.
Oh, he's so
Sweet guy.
pretty.
He smelled like sexy black man.
Ugh.
I hope, is that racist? I don't know. I don't care. I was like this.
He's sexy.
He's
When
married
he-
to Adina.
He used to be. They had a
Yeah.
divorce.
Yeah.
But when he booked
Oh.
How Stella Got Her Groove Back, it was his first big movie role. He ran through the theater and ran up and down the stairs completely naked.
Why
It was before camera phones. Otherwise, we would have taken
Oh my
some pictures.
goodness. Well, we're almost out of time, but Manila Luzon by her song on iTunes and watch it on YouTube. Ice Cream.
Yes, thank you.
And Jay, what do you have coming up?
Oh,
You're
gosh.
you're so busy.
Oh, God.
Grace and Frankie.
Grace and Frankie,
when
that's
does
not
that
until
come
next
out?
year because
I
it's
love
like
that
Netflix.
show.
Once a
Yeah.
year they play their shows. What do I have coming out? I did an episode of Catfish.
Oh no!
Swear to God, it's
I
the
love it.
scripted version called Untold Stories. I play the straight Dominican guy. So if you're seeing that on a Saturday, probably in repeats, and you're like, so whatever. But this Friday night, if you're in West Hollywood, come out to Here Bar. I think all of us will be there.
Night of 1,000 Chanels.
Night of 1,000 Chanels. I'm going to be dressed as one of them. I don't know which
Yeah,
one.
you'll recognize me because I will be also dressed like Chanel.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's hard because I'm like, I don't have a lot of drag options.
big fake boobs.
Yeah.
Get your lips all big,
Big and
lit,
pouty,
whatever.
glossy. Yeah.
Yeah, wear sunglasses inside.
Yes, and
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for being part of my first ever radio show.
Thank you. It was
And
fun.
Samantha Hale, my co-host, for having me here.
And Mike, Pandora, where can we find you? Or
PandoraBoxx.com with 2 X's. And remember, tacos. The answer is always tacos. Thank you.
Now, do we have to talk at the end, where they roll the credits?